morning out there, everybody. It's the Olosopher, ready to give you some more Olosophy. You know what I do every morning, man, just about every morning, at least minimum 5 to 6 times a week. Get my Cupper Lang style workout in, Yeah, Cupper Lang, baby, that's how I feel. You know how I feel about the enemy of all things. You got your statue. Don't give this chump no statue. Give him guts. You got your shot. Now give me mine. But like I said, man, what I want to talk to y'all about is truth. And what is it? All right? And why a lot of us are afraid of it? And for those that embrace it, more power and more salute to you. But my question is, what is really truth? And I'm about to break down, I think my definition of truth really is. I think truth, to me, is like relative to death, man. We all got to come to it. We all got to cross that. One day we all got to accept it. We have to accept the truth, just like we have to accept death. Death is, to me, is relative to truth, okay? And the minute we can accept death and the minute we can accept truth, then we would no longer live in fear. We would no longer be afraid to step out our comfort zone. We would always be free. We would no longer be oppressed. We would no longer be, afraid of anything. We would live without fear. Because, death is the only thing that, and death is truth. Okay? Like, people live in their own ideas. People create their own ideology. People create their own, world, and they don't want to believe, that the minute they step outside them doors, and anybody that'll tell them other than their ideology is something wrong with that person. And I think that's a lot of what's going on as far as in the world, as far as you got these racist institutions, you got these racist power structures, you got, a lot of these people that are racist out here in the world, they've been indoctrinated, they've been taught, they've been browbeaten at this ideology that they better than somebody, that they better than one being. And then it's like when they confronted with the truth, it's like they look at that as a threat. They look at it as like they died inside because they know that real truth. And some of them know that real truth and they don't want to confront it. Just like we all know is that we're all going to die one day and we don't want to confront that. We like to live forever. We want to sit up here and get all kind of skincare products, hair care products. It's like we don't want to accept that process that we're slowly aging out. You ready to confront that ultimate truth is that you are not forever. But only what you've done can be forever. But you going on, you about to die off. All right. So when you look at truth, man, it's like when you go out here in society, the truth will tell you who you are. The truth will tell you who you're not. Okay. I don't care how many friends, how many people you surround yourself with that's going to tell you everything that's up to your liking. But then you even look at those people. Those people are paid, why are they there? They got some kind of monetary gain in telling you your reality that you cooked up, But you need to surround yourself with people that is not even interested in, that's not getting any kind of monetary gain. They ain't getting no gain by hanging around with you. They ain't getting no gain by, it's not making them or breaking you, telling you, what they really feel about you. So, and that's what a lot of people got to, face. That's the reality a lot of people have to face. Going out here and your real mirror, it's like I said in a couple segments ago, your real mirror, your most ultimate mirror is reality. You have to live in it. All right? You have to live in your reality. That's the ultimate mirror. The minute you step outside your door, you can look in your mirror. You can brush your hair 1,000,000 times. You can put all kind of your best clothes on. You can put, you can tell yourself, damn, I look good. And don't get me wrong, self-confidence it means a lot. But the minute you step out that door, the way the first person views you is the way you really are. All right? So if you got people that's agreeing with you, you got to ask that person, you got to ask yourself, what is this person gaining by agreeing or disagreeing with me? Is this person gaining anything? What's their agenda? All right. If you got a whole bunch of yes men around you and you paying those yes men, then guess what? you living your whole life is BS. What you standing on, the narrative that you put out is BS. And like I said, you seen it, we've seen it. We came up in some of these schools, you know. They told themselves, they know they done wrong. A lot, you know, the enemy of all things know they done wrong. So they cooked up their own story. They cooked up their own ideology. They put out their own propaganda. They try to spread their propaganda to the teachings of the younger generation. And if you tell yourself something so many times, you will begin to believe it. All right. So once you indoctrinate people in your own BS, and you got a following of people that believe that narrative, then you start to believe it. Okay? It's like it was like no different what Hitler has done with the Nazis and over in Nazi Germany. Okay? He knew his ideas was bullshit. Excuse my French again. You know, yes, I do read, you know, I did read some of Mein Kampf. All right, yeah, look, y'all looking like, damn, you read a book, author? Yeah, because guess what? You want to read something that your enemy wrote. That the enemy of all things wrote. All right, you want to read his text. You want to read their text and read your text. And then you got to dissect what's really truth and what's really BS. Opening up that third eye. Open up your third eye is not just reading your own ideology. You have to read others' ideology. You have to do your own investigation. You have to be your own detective. All right? That's just what it is. That's facts right there. You have to read everybody's ideology, and then you gotta, you know what I'm saying, bring them all together. You gotta do your own investigation, and then you gotta comprehend it with objectivity. All right? So again, it's like with Hitler, he basically told, he basically wrote in Mein Kampf that, look, he knew he was able to pull off what he was gonna pull off in Germany because the people in Germany were stupid, and they would believe anything that you would tell them. That's what he said. Pretty much said in his book of Mein Kampf. That's what he pretty much said. So you create an ideology, you begin to believe it because you repeatedly told yourself a million and one times, and you spread that narrative, you spread that propaganda, and then after a while you birth another generation that believe with the BS and what you spewing. It's like one of the spoils of war. Okay, he who wins that war, he who conquers tells the story. Tells his story, in which we know it as history. He tells his story. That's the story of the conqueror. All right, so if I conquered a nation, okay, if I was that evil, and if I conquered a nation, and I'm conquering a person that I didn't like, guess what? I'm going to erase his history. I'm going to erase what he thought about me and make it seem like what I've done to you was ordained. That's the same thing they doing with religion. All right? They sold us religion and then they enslaved us to make it seem like, you know, that your God and your Jesus look like the Jeebies or whatever, you know, okay? And they basically tried to sell you on the fact that they enslaved you, that it was ordained for them to enslave you. They erased your history. They erased everything and replaced it with his story. All right? So, but that's what truth is. We have to confront that truth, just like how we got to confront death. If we can confront death and we can confront truth, then we can begin to live. Again, this is the Olosopher. Giving you some more Olosophy. Talking from the third eye. Again, the day we can confront truth, and it's like the day we can confront death, and that will be the day we can live. Open that third eye. Cyclops, let's awake.